All right, Mark Rogers TV talking some USC football as we like to do on a regular basis. This time we bring in Drew Krinsky. You can join him on Trojan Insider, doing some fine work covering USC football in particular. Of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel for the very best in college football coverage. We are the voice of college football. And Drew, we appreciate you jumping on board tonight.
Thank you for having me, Mark. Looking forward to talking USC football with you.
Yeah, love the college football. Unfortunately, we've got the longest off season of any sport, so there's much to talk about as we wait and wait and wait and wait, and then think we've got some decent football in spring, and then realize, yeah, they're just running around. We got to wait till September. So, your man Clay Helton's got himself a contract extension. So, on one side, you could say, okay, this is USC, so we expect the next Pete Carroll. We expect John Robinson, or going way back before that, of course, some of the legends like John McKay. But at the same time, this is not the guy, at least at this point, but he has yet to prove it. But he's turned in a Rose Bowl win. Then he got a Pac-12 championship, something that hasn't been done since going back almost a decade. So your thoughts about Clay Helton getting paid?
All right, so for the past 6 years, you've seen a lot of instability with USC coaching. Lane Kiffin was there. Didn't really kick off. Sarkisian was there, and then he wasn't there. And then Helton, he's been consistent. I mean, they haven't won any huge games except for that Rose Bowl game. But taking them to 2 New Year's Six bowls is better than what Kiffin and Sark were doing. So I think there's some consistency there. He's recruiting really well. They've had top classes all of Helton's years. And I mean, obviously, a lot of USC fans aren't happy. They wanted that big signing. I've seen Sean Payton's name come up a lot, but that's not happening. But, I mean, now you have stability. You have until 2023. If he doesn't do well, you don't have to keep him. You just kind of lock him in. It's good for recruits knowing that their coach will be there or is guaranteed to be there for a little bit, especially there's some players who are borderline. And hearing that Helton got that contract extension kind of solidified them with USC. So there's been mixed reactions. It really depends. This is Helton's first year without Sam Darnold, really, because he had his interim year. Then he had Max Brown the first half of his first season as a head coach. But this is his first year without Sam Darnold. So when you lose Sam Darnold, you lose an X factor. It'll be interesting to see how they move on without him.
Hey, Drew, whether it be from you or Trojan Nation, looking at the team's performance in 2017, was there a thought at the end of the season, considering that USC had a better strength of schedule than either Alabama or Ohio State? Hey, we got ripped off. We won a conference championship. Why didn't we even get any serious consideration here? Or, you know, this may be for the best. We're really not ready for that caliber of football yet.
Yeah, so Trojan Nation obviously felt like we got ripped off. I felt like, I mean, you lost to Washington State. That's not an elite team. You got your butt kicked by Notre Dame, and you really didn't look good against a lot of teams. Western Michigan, that game could have gone either way. Arizona game, they let Khalil Tate bring it back made that a fair game. I mean, they weren't killing anybody. I'd say their best win was that Stanford win early in the season. But since then, they weren't really looking that great. And obviously, they didn't make the playoffs, and Ohio State shut down the offense. That should stop all questions right there.